Throughout history, visionary inventors have spent their lives making the world a better place with new inventions. These pioneers have often taken huge risks and met difficult challenges. They have pushed the limits of human knowledge and changed the course of civilization. But in some unlucky cases, their innovative ideas become their downfall. In this video, we'll learn about the stories of inventors who died too soon and, ironically, paying the final price for their creativity. Let's go on a journey through the dark side of invention, where genius and tragedy meet in unexpected ways. But before that, watch the video till the end and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon for more future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Sylvester Roper. Sylvester Roper, a pioneering inventor from Francistown, New Hampshire, made significant contributions to the development of motor vehicles, particularly motorcycles and automobiles. He built the Roper steam velocipede, considered one of the earliest motorcycles, and also created a steam carriage. In 1896, while riding his steam-powered vehicle, Roper lost his balance and fell at a remarkable speed of 40 miles per hour, resulting in a head injury. Sadly, he was found dead at the scene. An autopsy later revealed that he had died of heart failure. It remains unclear whether the fall caused stress on his heart or if his heart failed before the accident. Number 9. Horace Lawson Hunley. H.L. Hunley was a lawyer, legislator, and merchant who teamed up with engineers James McClintock and Baxter Watson to create a new kind of submarine. During the American Civil War, Hunley, serving as a Confederate Marine engineer, invented various hand-powered submarines to fight against Union troops. In 1864, Hunley achieved a significant milestone by successfully sinking the Union warship U.S. Housatonic in Charleston Harbor. Sadly, the Hunley sank while returning from the mission, with all 8 crew members, including Hunley, losing their lives. Despite this tragedy, the submarine was eventually recovered and became the first in history to sink an enemy vessel. In this way, Hunley's sacrifice was not entirely in vain. Number 8. Marie Curie. Marie Curie was a pioneer in studying radioactivity, and she won 2 separate Nobel Prizes in different scientific fields. Unfortunately, her discoveries of polonium and radium had tragic consequences. In 1934, she died at the age of 66 from aplastic anemia, which was caused by her constant exposure to radiation. At that time, the harmful effects of radiation were not fully understood, and even today, the papers documenting her work are considered too dangerous to handle due to their radioactive nature. Curie's groundbreaking work in radioactivity, a term she coined, ultimately led to her downfall. Her daughter, Irene Joliet Curie, and son-in-law, Frederick Joliet Curie, also died from radiation-related illnesses while continuing her research with these hazardous materials. Number 7. Louis Jimenez. Louis Jimenez, the sculptor who created the Blucifer sculpture at Denver International Airport, tragically passed away when parts of his artwork fell on him. He had been commissioned by the airport to create the sculpture and had dedicated almost 10 years to its creation. According to the report, a section of Jimenez's 32-foot-tall Mustang sculpture became detached and trapped him against steel support. Weighing 9,000 pounds, the sculpture came loose from a lifting device during transportation. The impact severed an artery in Jimenez's leg, resulting in his death before reaching the hospital. Despite his untimely passing, the vibrant blue horse sculpture was finished and remains displayed outside the Colorado airport. Number 6. Henry Smolinski and Harold Blake. 2 engineers, Smolinski and Blake, attempted to build the world's first flying car called the AVE Mizar. They named their creation after a star in the Big Dipper and combined a Cessna Skymaster with a Ford Pinto. Although they faced initial challenges, they achieved small successes in previous tests. On September 11, 1973, they embarked on a test flight from Ventura County Airport in California. Unfortunately, shortly after takeoff, the car emitted black smoke and crashed, resulting in the tragic deaths of Smolinski and Blake. The project faced problems from the start, particularly due to the Ford Pinto's tendency to explode when rear-ended, which led to Ford being the first U.S. corporation charged with reckless homicide. Number 5. Thomas Midgley. Thomas Midgley was a famous scientist and engineer known for his contributions to gasoline and refrigeration. He created lidded gasoline and a synthetic substance for cooling systems. Unfortunately, Midgley contracted polio, which left him paralyzed. To overcome his immobility, he invented a complex pulley system to lift himself out of bed. Tragically, this invention became the cause of his death in 1940, as he accidentally strangled himself with its strings. Although the public was informed that it was an accident, privately it was considered a suicide. In either case, it was the creation of this brilliant inventor that led to his untimely death. Number 4. Franz Reichelt. Franz Reichelt, also known as the Flying Tailor, wanted to test his parachute invention by jumping off the Eiffel Tower. The Aero Club de France had a competition offering a €10,000 prize for the best parachute design. Reichelt, a dress tailor, had been working on his parachute design despite being rejected by aviation groups. He requested permission from the government to jump from the tower, thinking that previous tests failed due to low heights. After a year of negotiations, he was allowed to perform the test with a dummy. However, on February 4, 1912, Reichelt surprised everyone by deciding to jump himself. Unfortunately, he died upon impact, leaving a hole where he landed. Number 3. William Bullock. William Bullock, a newspaper editor, revolutionized printing with his improvements to the rotary press. His patent allowed a continuous roll of paper to flow through the press, eliminating the need for manual paper loading. This innovation boosted printing speeds drastically, enabling factories to print 8,000 to 10,000 sheets per hour. Tragically, while installing a press, Bullock's leg became trapped, leading to a severe injury. Unfortunately, he developed a gangrene infection and passed away a few days later, but the records suggest that Bullock kicked the machine during installation, resulting in his leg getting caught. This incident highlights the long-standing tradition of attempting to fix machines through force, although it proved fatal for Bullock. Number 2. Thomas Andrews. The Titanic, a ship believed to be unsinkable, sank on its first journey due to damage from an iceberg. The ship's designer, Thomas Andrews, claimed it was unsinkable because it had 16 watertight sections. However, the iceberg caused harm to 5 compartments, more than the ship could handle. Andrews estimated the ship had 3 hours before it would sink. It is now believed that the sinking was due to faulty rivets, not the quality of the ship's steel. Andrews wanted more lifeboats, but the request was denied to keep a clear view of the deck. If his request had been granted, there might have been enough lifeboats for everyone on board, including Andrews, who tragically died in the sinking. Number 1. Stockton Rush. Stockton Rush, the CEO of Ocean Gate Expeditions, tragically passed away while inside his self-designed Titan submersible, which was created to explore the sunken RMS Titanic. Rush and 4 other passengers were declared missing during a mission in June 2023 as the submersible imploded under the immense pressure of the deep sea, located 12,500 feet below. Earlier, reporter David Pogue had raised concerns about the safety of the vessel during a CBS Sunday morning segment. Despite this, Fred Hagen, a previous passenger, emphasized that the purpose of the Titan was to enable passionate mission specialists to study and document the historic wreckage of the Titanic, rather than serving as a tourist attraction. Innovation can be a double-edged sword, as these inventors tragically discovered. Their genius left a lasting legacy that reminds us of the risks and sacrifices that come with creation. That's all for today's video. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching.